And here we go, immediately starting off, it is going to be Gross playing Black Adam.
All right, so this, now of course we did talk about who their main characters were, but this is a very huge mind game to start off the day. I was talking to GetReked, I was talking to Gross. Now, GetReked, like I said, normally chooses Atrocitus, but he doesn't want to play that matchup against Green Lantern. And on the flip side, Black Adam is just known as also a really great character against Atrocitus, so he's going to his Superman. And there's just this giant counter-picking game. Of course, Gross has played plenty of Black Adam, plenty of Aquaman. His main is Green Lantern, but depending on the matchup, it looks like that's what he's going for.
Yeah, and right now a huge life lead for Gross as he's patient. And as I say that, he whiffs a dive kick and immediately gets caught. This is going to be good damage and some corner carry for GetReked.
Oh, but he gets over the projectile. This should be a big combo. Whoa, switches sides. Very, very smart, man. He's going to keep the corner for himself.
Yeah, 416 damage. Nice blocks. That is an overhead to low lightning mix-up. And here we go. Nice conversion from Ghost. Getting maximum damage. Getting caught. Armor back 3.
Oh, not the full conversion. And down 2s. What a disrespectful choice.
Admit your defeat. I won't be your vassal.
He will not be his vassal.
He refuses. That down 2 was more of a statement than the actual statement. Dive kicking past the Blazer. This should be not quite enough to kill, but one more setup.
No, he still needs at least one more hit. Oh, and he doesn't get the low lightning after the back 2 cancel. Still in there.
Now, Superman can still do this. This is a great start. Superman, just like the character, he's very straightforward. He does tons of damage. I mean, who would want to get hit by Superman, right? And he has the potential 2 combos. And
I mean, apparently Black Adam doesn't mind as he's trading a few hits. Goes for the scoop. This is still possible, but no, a wake-up lightning as DR grows.
The continued pressure, the mix-ups, using the Dexstar assist, which is, of course, his trait, his character power. And GetReked, he just has such a control of this character. As soon as he gets his pressure started, it'll be obvious.
All right, here we go. But fortunately, Dexstar did run out. He took a little bit of time to get in with Dexstar, which his power does drain over time and overuse of every ability Dexstar has.
And already GetReked getting Gross into the corner, but this is going to be a great opportunity to switch positions. We've already seen Gross do that.
Oh, and what a wake-up read! Dexstar's out again. Down 2, this is gonna be big. If he can extend this combo as long as possible, which he does, it's gonna drain half of Dexstar.
Oh, and here comes that pressure. Can he land a combo?
Armor back 3, goes for the read, no one's home. Plus frames coming out of Black Adam, nice push block.
Oh, almost got the whip punish on that, but I think the 4-1-2 did punish the backdash, so Gross taking the first life bar of the second game.
Oh, here we go, very nice. Just to remind everyone, these are all 3 out of 5 sets.
Oh, not quite enough to get the first life bar. Tries to take it with the meter burn, but still manages to chip out with the Blood NATO, and that's going to even it up.
Oh, nice, down 1. Now that forward 1-2, that string that advances Black Adam forward, that starts with a high attack, which means that you can duck it and attack with a low attack.
And we've already seen GetReked try to take advantage of that a few times, but he hasn't been able to get the full conversion. Ooh, weird side switch.
And one thing I will say about GetReked as well is that he doesn't like to play Atrocitus very risky, which means that he doesn't go for a lot of the standard mix-ups that you see Atrocitus players going for. He likes to play very safe and grounded.
Oh, that no meter, that would have been a huge combo. Good clash.
And here's a clash. Both players have
Aton, give me strength.
access to 1 bar.
All right, looks like GetReked will use it. That's going to give him back a little bit of life.
15%.
Oh, wow. Jumps back into the punch float. Very nice. It's going to get a lot of string carry, but the neutral jump from Gross is going to open up GetReked for a lot of damage.
Yep, it's going to be over 400 into the corner. Down 1 spams. Oh, armor back 3. That's going to catch.
I'll douse your fire. You'll bathe in your own blood.
All right, so both players opting to spend. This is as even as it gets. Dexstar is out. Huge opportunity for GetReked if he can just close the distance.
Oh, and here's that continued pressure. Good defense so far by Gross.
Unblockable, but no! That is gonna do it, GetReked! to do the blood puddle was huge. And we are now seeing, well, Purple Lantern.
Yeah, both of these players now going back to their original characters. They're going back to their classics. I mean, when you get into a situation like this, such a high-pressure situation, you gotta at least try the character that you're most comfortable with, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Now, the switch to Green Lantern means that it will definitely be a more defensive playstyle from Gross until he gets that hit, and that is the signature Gross playstyle. He'll wait, he'll be patient, he'll back up, he gets one hit just like this, and now it's mix-up for days. Let's see what happens.
Oh, delayed wake-up, though, is a way that you can deal with a lot of the Green Lantern mix-ups.
Oh, and we're seeing the down two again.
Oh, down two, double down two, and the Dexstar, and another down two. They're just trading.
When he slid underneath the blood ball from Dexstar, that's going to waste so much of Dexstar's time.
Yeah,
that's
actually huge. I've noticed that Green Lantern's back one, which is that low sweep kick that he does, goes under a lot of the Dexstar setups that Atrocitus has.
Oh, and this is going to be a lot of damage. I was seeing some of the setups from earlier. Oh, Gross was showing me some nasty stuff, and now we're seeing him actually with corner pressure rather than just mix-ups.
Yeah, this is, oh, and he baits the throw. This is a huge life lead now for Gross. Anbu GetReked has quite a hill to climb, and he's going to have to clash with 3 bars.
What'd be the fun in that?
Actually, a very mechanically correct matchup here between Green Lantern and Red Lantern Atrocitus.
It is. They are definitely not on great terms in the story. And they're not on great terms right now.
Oh, and a drop combo from GetReked. That was an opportunity to take this life bar and really get the momentum going for himself. But Gross still pushing with this offense, trying to make it 2-1 in his favor. Oh. And there it is.
And what a way, ending with the unblocked.
I didn't want to use that, but it was Gross really outplaying him throughout that whole set.
That's true, and of course, now that it is 2 wins for Gross, GetReked can no longer switch. Of course, you can only switch on a loss, not on a win. So the fact that he chose Superman means that he is 100% locked into Superman. Even if he wins this game, Gross has the opportunity to counterpick his own character again if he wants to go back to Black Adam, the matchup we saw in the first game.
Oh, wow, what a block on that cross-up jump, and again, another down 2 challenge.
Ooh, just backs up, checks him.
Oh, these players are trading down 2 like I've never seen before.
I know, it's down 2. I mean, usually used as an anti-air, but these players are not afraid to just throw it out.
That was just great knowledge there, knowing the gap in between that string and armor back string. That was huge.
That is one of the major weaknesses of Green Lantern is how big of a gap he has in the back 1-3 string, which is his main footsie string. It's the main string he uses to check people and his low mix-up.
And again, we talk about that excellent spacing just like that. Gross will take another life bar, and he is 1 away from advancing in this bracket.
Of course, staying in the winner's bracket will be so important in this tournament because there are so many killers. Every single person has fought so hard to make it to where they are today.
Yeah, and they have all beat out so many great players over the course of the 10 weeks.
Oh, and this is a scary spot. The corner against Superman, we always talk about it. That is the scariest place to be in the entire game. Superman, so oppressive, keeping you, locking you down in that corner, really.
Yeah, and I mean, being in the corner against any character is not something you ever want, right? But Superman specifically,
right,
will make you pay with all of your life pieces.
Oh yeah, you will be completely out of them. Ooh, nice down 1 to catch, but a down 2. We cannot stop the down 2s from Gross. He just knows.
Another great delayed wake-up coming out of GetReked, and he's actually doing much better in this set so far, or in this match.
He was telling me earlier that he's confident in the Superman versus Green Lantern matchup, which is why he was, I think, originally picking him.
Back 3 plus frames goes for the trade cancel. Armor back 3 to bait the push block, and no one's home, but even still catching a hit.
This world is mine.
Gross is going to be able to even it up. Now both players without their clash, so all the combos from this point out will go through unless they manage to flip out.
A beautiful punish. This is getting very close. Wakes up.
Oh, and the zoning game is beginning. Both of these characters with such strong full screen tools.
Yeah, we haven't really seen much zoning from either of these players, actually. Most of it has been in-your-face rush-down combat.
That's true. Oh, you do not want to trade. Actually, if anything in the game can trade with straight laser, it's going to be the exploding lantern.
128. This is getting so close. He pushes in.
He is going to have an opportunity to flip out. He does. He saves his own life, but at the cost of meter.
And now there's no meter for either player. That's a 128, and there it is, it's time! And we wouldn't have it any other way, Evan.
Oh,
match number 5.
And of course, GetReked didn't do too great the first time that this happened, but he had an opportunity to warm up with the character, to kind of understand Gross's habits in general. Already he's got him in the corner. That's a scary spot.
Nice down 1 challenge. That is a 6-frame down 1 from Black Adam. So he is a character that can kind of check Superman in those situations.
He is. It's a giant mind game. Of course, Superman's pressure, some of the best in the game, but Black Adam, he's got a few different options, and the opponent really has to read you to stop them.
Correct.
Oh, okay, the zoning's beginning. The zoning game between these two characters is very strange. It's the potential's there for Black Adam to punish everything that Superman does.
But the problem is those trades right there that you saw, straight laser to Black Magic. Black Magic does not do a lot of damage by itself at all. And straight laser, as we saw, does 128 damage.
Oh, more than enough. Will this be enough to kill? It is. Nice down 2 from Gross that we've seen all day. And now, again, he's in the position where he only needs 1 more life bar to advance in the winner's bracket.
Oh, nice check over that forward 1. Again, and Gross, I do have to say that this is a very intelligent playstyle from him because of the fact that he has the life lead, he knows when to back out, he knows when to not overcommit, and as I say that, he does get tagged by a jump back too. But overall, Gross is playing very well.
Ooh, this should be a ton of damage. Could have been a little bit more, but still, at least he has the screen positioning. 1 more hit, including this throw.
That is gonna do it. Life bar to life bar, this is it. Whoever wins this life bar will advance in the winner's side of this top 8 bracket.
And Gross managing to escape the corner, which is so important, but just getting hit by a straight projectile is so much damage. Even if you block it, it is the highest chip damage in the game.
Nice blocks. Still very nice blocks. Good defense, push block. Oh, and he challenges.
All right, so Superman's gonna get a mix up here. No, he drops the combo.
And an interesting break. 1 bar is available for Gross, and he's actually going to spend it, and he's going to get 15% damage in there.
But now he's not going to have it available for punishes with the meter burn dive kick. So he'll just have to do normal launching dive kick.
This is
should be huge. Yeah, they were definitely going to see a clash.
Yeah, and he was going to build a bar right there at the second that he did Frost Breath, so.
Oh, that was risky. That might have been able to be punished had Gross gone for a little bit quicker. This should be a lot of damage. He doesn't have the meter, though.
Good blocks. That's going to be a punish. No!
Oh, it could have been so much more damage, but still, 1 combo could do it for either side.
Oh! Huge opportunity.
All right, this might not be enough to kill, but 1 more mix-up.
Oh, so close. He just hit 1 in. Oh, and down 2.
Okay, so there we go.
All right, there it is. That answers that.
All right, so the second match of the day has begun.
That first hit is going to go to Emperor Knicks. And those Omega Beams sound so amazing, especially on this stage.
Oh, they are literally shaking the ground. We can feel the Omega Beams here.
Nice teleport to get out of the way of the trait. And this is going to be a full combo. He may... Okay, went for the 4-3. That was smart. The factory actually would have probably stage transitioned.
All right, and the life lead here is huge. Like we were talking about, Ducky, he likes to make the opponent come to him, but if he has a huge life deficit like this, he's going to slowly be chipped away over time, and he's not going to be able to play that game.
And Emperor Knicks with such a dominating start here.
Oh, the gunshots are working very slightly. He's slowly driving Knicks to the corner, but Knicks teleports out and gets a full combo.
And huge boost on down 2. It is multiple hits, so the second hit actually doesn't launch that well.
Oh, this could be a dangerous spot. Harley is very dangerous in the corner.
And what a wake-up decision. Nice blocks, no punish. That is unsafe. And here we go, corner combos. Setup, what is it? It is going to be a hyena, and that will close it out for Ducky.
Now, Knicks knows that even if he trades with the hyenas, overall, because he has such a life advantage, he's going to win out. He's going to be the one that drives Harley Quinn to 0 life first.
And nice, down 2 does get the full conversion this time, uses the background bounce. Immediate wake up from Knicks. And this isn't going to kill, but it's going to be so close.
There will be almost undoubtedly guaranteed chip, and that's going to be it as Knicks take. Poor Lobo, rest in peace, Lobo. All right, oh, already a good start. This is different than the first game, as BlindDucky is immediately taking the momentum, and he's going to need it. Oh, but a good teleport.
Yeah, and those teleports seem to work so well in this matchup for Knicks, and that's going to be, no combo.
Oh, good choice, throw back into the corner. Kicks her through the boom tube. Oh, and again, we're seeing Knicks slowly starting to take the life advantage. Now, Darkside zoning is extremely strong. It knocks down. It's those classic Omega beams, but it does not have the best recovery. However, if you're trading with other projectiles, then you're overall going to be taking an advantage.
Correct. Omega beam recovers quite fast, and it travels quite fast as well, and it's just such a good overall projectile, as you said, and you mix that up with his teleports and his stomps, which is a true low from the air, and this character can be quite obnoxious.
Right, I think the word I would use is overwhelming. This is the epitome of the overwhelming character. A lot of stuff that he does can be punished. There are counters to a lot of it, but he just does so much, so fast, that sometimes you're just not ready. Even if you're the smartest player, you know 100% of the situations, it just overwhelms you.
That's absolutely true. And one thing to note that, you know, Darkseid does have 1,400 life, which is the most life in the game. However,
Prepare to be perforated.
You try my patience.
he does have the highest defense, or excuse me, the lowest defense in the game, which evens it out a little bit. Highest life, lowest defense.
Right, he does overall have an average amount of life. And Ducky managing to take first life bar with a little bit more health than he managed to in the first game, but that's punish.
Wow, the teleports. He has almost read exactly what to do those perfectly. As now he's stuck in the corner, nice block, no punish from Ducky. Finally a combo getting something started.
Should use the background bounce. He tried. I think he may have been a little bit out of range. And that is a huge amount of damage to lose. Now he's going to make it back in. Great meter burn roll.
Avoids the projectiles, both of them, including the trait from Darkseid. This should be a good amount of damage. Corner setup, should have positioning here. Goes for the restand. Down one and interrupted it to knee.
The launcher. It's a little bit of a mix-up because a lot of people like pressing buttons after that, but Knicks knowing the exact timing to punish it.
Down two into tantrums as interesting, and we also do know that Ducky does play Deadshot, but he opted to stick with his guns literally in Harley Quinn.
Oh, a great punish on the flip out. He used meter to escape the combo, but Knicks knew he would, chased him down and reset the situation.
Man. And look at that damage, 483, as Knicks once again is starting to run away with this game.
Taking a little bit of guarantee chip, that should be a full punish. No, could have got a full combo. Ducky leaving a lot of damage on the table this entire set.
Yeah, this is so unlike him as well. He's usually so solid.
It is, but like I was saying, that's just one of the ways that Darkseid beats you. He overwhelms you into a situation where you don't even get the damage that you normally get because you're not ready to take it.
A lot of this jump pressure coming out, summons a raw parademon in his face.
All right, gonna get a nice little bit of Oki. What's the mix-up? Oh, that could have been a full bait. Doesn't take advantage of it again.
And that's another thing. Knicks has woken up every single time on BlindDucky, and it's actually worked every time. There has been no bait. Ducky just trying to get something going, trying to keep some momentum, and Knicks is taking it away from him almost every time. Is he gonna get a life bar? He is.
All right, so at least he's taken a life bar every single time so far. I think if he manages to really get a string of momentum here, he can take the game. But it's going to be very difficult. Darkside still has Clash. Still is going to be able to build a lot of meter running away like this and maybe get a decent amount of guaranteed chip.
Down two, no raw punish plus frames, goes for it, and that is it. Knicks will take out Ducky just as he said.
So we saw a canonical match earlier with Green Lantern against Atrocitus, and we're seeing another one here, Catwoman versus Batman. Of course, both of these players pretty much character loyalists, which is going to be the first time that we've seen them today.
Oh, and a beautiful combo start coming out of Nubcakes, 493 damage. Nubcakes will hit you with any stray attack, normal, special, whatever, and he will absolutely maximize the damage. Both of these players, actually.
Absolutely, they are both so practiced, and that's the strength of a character loyalist like these two, is that they have, I mean, if you have, 100,000 hours to play, you can only put 50,000 hours into one character. That's, of course, a lot.
And look at all this oppression coming out of Nubcakes, a perfect light bar, essentially. There's just barely a pixel missing.
Yeah, and I think it was just from Chip, and he's still keeping this corner. Nice backdash from Handy, though.
Oh, and he goes for the whip trip, gets punished with the jump in. Batman with some of the best jump normals in the game. Still all of this pressure.
Wow, can HandySavage escape? Catwoman has the damage to make a comeback, but he's got to do it first, and now he's got to make it through the Batarangs. And the Batarangs are one of the greatest strengths of Batman, and just exactly like we were saying, this is why Nutcakes is so good. You see, he went from pure offense to pure backing up, and then suddenly, boom, he saw the opportunity, rushed back in.
Yep.
Perfectly.
Don't bet on it.
Oh, and Nutcakes even has the meter advantage at that point. But
Yeah,
here we go. Good knockdown. This should be a huge combo.
It is, and he is going to optimize. Like we said, Handy is one of the best with this character.
Oh, hits with the overhead flip, but puts himself in the corner. That's unfortunate against Batman. Gonna get opened up for just a little bit. Nutcakes not quite hit confirming.
Oh, nice jumps over the armor back three. I do like the attempt from Handy, but he is going to need a miracle if he's going to bring this back.
Oh, no anti-air, so he's got the corner pressure potentially, but down two in neutral. We've been seeing that a lot today. Now all we need is Chip or the connection of the Batarang.
This is two right now.
He is. He's not even using his controller. He's just playing with his mind. But here we go. Game two, sticking with Catwoman. This is his character. It truly is his character.
But the only difference here is I feel like it's possible that Handy doesn't have practice against a Batman like Nubcakes the way that Nubcakes has practice against Catwoman when he does with Crazy. You know what I'm saying with that distinction? Like,
yeah, I mean, obviously, every player plays very different. So even if you do have experience against a lot of characters, specifically...
Oh, and what a read!
Actually, both of these characters are very creative characters.
Yes.
So you can play them in so many different ways that sometimes if you're used to fighting your friend who, they may be an amazing player also, you might still not be used to this exact style of your new opponent.
And I do love the defense here from Handy. He's not biting on any of these mix-ups. However, look at the meter advantage. 4 bars for Nubcakes. He has got a full stick of meter, and he can spend it on these bats if he chooses to. Meanwhile, Handy only 1 bar, but he does have full cap scratches available.
And that means he's going to get a lot of damage off of whatever his next conversion is, or he can use it as a free check, and this should actually maybe be enough. Good flip out by Nubcakes, though.
Nice backdash. Going for it down 2. Is he going to be able to convert? Close plus frames. What a parry. Oh. And again, beautiful adaptations here from HandySavage.
So far, I mean, obviously looking way better than the first game.
100%.
He is completely adapted, and that's the thing, is even if you might not be used to that sort of matchup against a different player, that's why it's all about adaptation. Adaptation is the #1 most important trait of a tournament player of this caliber.
Oh, and again, using that double overhead, that is also plus on block if it is blocked. But heavy advantage on hit as well. Setups jump back 2. That is gonna catch. And he keeps it unclashable as we go for cancels now. Cat stance cancels.
Oh, wow, actually breaks her out of her back 3 armor. You almost never see that, really.
A nice little conversion, goes for the grab. Handy close to closing out his first game.
Looks like Nubcakes is going to take the patient approach. He needs to find his opportunity to go back in, but
He does have 3 meters though, Evan.
He does, and slowly building up to 4. Actually, not even slowly, rather quickly.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that Handy was talking to me about earlier is he said, you know what, a lot of these Catwoman players, they're not playing patient enough. And he says that he can just sit there and wait out Batman, which is exactly what he's doing right now. He's not taking any unnecessary risks, but...
Oh, with a cross-up! And that has to have been an input error. Luckily, it didn't cost him that much. Bat for extra pressure, nice down 2. And is this gonna close it out? No!
Oh, this should be a full combo. He's got a clash.
Clash is available. The problem is he waited so long. Now Batman with an extra, he has 1 extra bar to spend over Handy. And he is, which means he's gonna put it within chip life. Plus frames.
Oh, getting out of there!
Oh my goodness, Handy!
Yes. Absolutely. So it looks like they'll be sticking on the same stage. Both of these characters extremely good at using interactables.
Small whiff punish opportunity there, missed for Handy, but still getting his pressure in. Nice down two, beautiful conversion. Again, we talked about it, both of these players, so impressive in going for the optimal stuff.
Absolutely, and we're seeing those down twos come out again. Batman with the 6-frame down two. Oh, picks Handy back up after the meter burn flip out. Wow, this card wheel has been doing so much work.
It has.
For Handy.
It really has. And again, Nutcakes he has no problem playing like this and switching up his style, and it's very intelligent. But Handy also said, as you were saying, that he has no problem waiting out the storm of batarangs.
Right, I mean, this really is a war of attrition, as they say. Patience from both players is going to mean a lot.
Beautiful backdash, and again, another nice conversion. Although he does drop it, commentator's curse.
Oh, didn't manage to get the full conversion. That did bait the backdash, though.
That is, eating that bat versus that forward three is definitely the trait, or excuse me, the best case scenario that Handy wanted.
Oh, picks up with a third hit, but didn't expect it to work. Already pre-input that backdash.
Gets tagged, nice, grab can after the trade cancel there, and this is a very even match.
Oh, good usage for the interactable, but that's going to put Nubcakes in the corner. Oh, he will be able to fight his way out. But he still needs to find a solid opening. So far, we haven't seen any real big combos over the past, I don't know, quite a while.
Yeah, and another, in fact, most of the damage has been straight hits for both players. That was a nice parry on the side of Nubcakes, using the plus frames to his advantage from Catwoman, closing out the first life bar of game number 3.
Oh, and I don't know what he tried to do right there, but the raw jump-in just hit, and that's going to be quite a bit of damage. Plus, it's going to give Nubcakes a good life lead to really run away with. And at this point, literally has such a huge meter advantage that I think this is very smart by Nubcakes to actually just take this time, build some meter for any sort of clashes that are going to come up next, build whatever chip he can, and then, like I said, find that perfect moment to move in.
And he generally does.
Push yourself harder.
Ooh, only one apiece. Handy not using very much meter, really saving it for a lot of his combo tools. He knows that he needs those combos to make back this life lead.
Yeah, and he's gonna need the meter as well if he wants to do things, especially like armor back 3 to interrupt the pressure coming out of Batman, which he may not get the chance. Another grab. Stuck in the corner is Handy. And he fights his way out. Wait a second.
Anti-airing with the jab. Very, very nice. And that's going to give the corner advantage to Handy. But there is that Steam interactable right there. Oh!
And no, it's not going to work. Nubcakes.
To get to the point that they're at, that it's just heartbreaking to see any of them
Yeah,
go.
but only 2 of them get to go to E-League.
Right. So we'll see which 2 it is.
And not only that, but again, there is a $5,000 pot for this top 8, which means that every match is for a jump up in that prize pool, in money.
Absolutely.
These are all money matches.
They're all worth quite a bit of money, actually. But here we go, going into the 4th game. Nubcakes with a little bit of a lead, but just a little one.
Oh, and look at that patience between both players there. Another nice air-to-air, goes for the confirm, rolls out, and now no meter. This is a dire situation as the life lead keeps getting larger for Nubcakes.
Yeah, Handy tried to whiff punish the 1-2, but of course, as Batman is, he punished the whiff punish with his trait back. That just gives him so much protection, so much combo potential, and that's really what makes the character the character.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, it's starting to become a dire situation for Handy because every hit that Nubcakes gets is gonna make it that much more difficult for Handy to get in, especially with this runaway and come in style from Nubcakes.
Oh, and not even gonna be able to get any life back from the clash. And on top of that, Handy's gonna have to find a good way to make meter.
Unsafe.
That could have actually been a little bit more of a punish, but Nubcakes going for the safer option. Nice cancel out of the cat stance. We're gonna have to see something crazy from HandySavage.
There it is, crazy indeed. He's gonna get the confirm. He's gonna get decent damage. Oh, but delayed wake up means he doesn't get the whip trip, and now he has a chance with Nubcakes in the corner. But it's a big mountain to climb, Evan.
Oh, it certainly is. Oh, and that actually should be
not gonna get to climb it. Nubcakes.
one that did manage to make it out, I mean, they were all very close. They all made it into regionals, but the one who did make it out is TwoEasy.
And here we go with the beautiful start against Tweety, as he has Dexter out. Now, this is a character we saw earlier in the tournament in our very first match with Anbu GetReked.
All right, so we did say he was playing a lot of Fate, but this is his old main. He's still good with him. And he does say that he's willing to pull him out when he needs to. I guess this is a matchup that he likes considerably more than Fate. That should be a big opening.
All right, TwoEasy so far. This is an even match. Oh, he gets reversed though. And this is gonna be a nice healthy chunk of damage. Superman would trade active. Yep, 454. And this would be huge if he can actually take out Atrocitus before Dexter gets a chance to play, and that was massive.
Oh, but Dexter saving TwoEasy's life twice. Best cat. Oh, and a really nice defense actually by both of these players.
Yeah, a little timid for both it seems, but it is Tweety with a life lead right now, and a drop combo coming out of TwoEasy, and again, those lasers do so much damage that stack up.
They absolutely do, and it's very hard for Atrocitus to punish a lot of the zoning from Superman. Oh, that should definitely be the kill. TwoEasy's gonna take the first life bar, but he's got a long path ahead of him to make this comeback. Still,
oh, absolutely.
Atrocitus can do it. The big thing is he has to survive long enough to get Dexter back. And there he's just jumping back, waiting for that recharge, but he's not gonna have enough time. This might be enough to kill.
No, not all. Oh. He goes for the dive bomb. A lot of conversions that he did not get properly.
That's true, and leaving those on the table is bad. Actually, whoa, speaking of conversions.
Yeah, that was very confusing as well coming out of Tweety.
It was. I mean, he's getting some other opportunities, but he could have had way more damage. He could have brought Atrocitus in the corner.
But again.
Oh, what is going on? All of these drops from both of these players. I mean, this is, they were landing the combos last time. Again.
Yeah, this is just sloppy. I mean, there's really no other way to explain it for both players right now.
Oh, nice back three. Not even meter burning it, just managing to avoid the normal. Oh, and Tweety's got 7 life left, but it might be the most important 7 life ever.
It actually might just be. That's going to be a punish.
Oh, and look at that damage. Could go for the background bounce.
No, actually doesn't optimize that. Interesting. And that 7 HP is actually going to save him.
And that is why we call it the magic pixel. It's because it's just that little pixel of health, but boy, can you take a lot of damage with it.
Yeah.
And now, look, all he's got to lose is that one little.
And that's why it's so important to finish your plate. When you have the combo and you can extend it to kill, you have to do so. Because when you have someone sitting on their second life bar while you're on your first, that is all free damage for them.
It is. The most that you can do is all of their life bar, and the worst that you can take is just 7 life.
Right. Okay, he's gonna get something, but he used a lot of Dexter to cover himself with the shield and use the fireballs, which means that is gonna be a trait that is on cooldown and not usable for TwoEasy, as Tweety is perfectly comfortable just using these lasers from a distance, and it's been working so well for him.
Oh, but a great punish, realizing that Tweety didn't have the meter to make that laser safe.
Time to die, Atrocitus.
Your rage makes you foolish.
Ooh, and TwoEasy with the meter advantage for that one, doing a little bit more damage to Tweety, and he's gonna need it, but now he doesn't have meter to make conversions from blood puddles like that.
Oh, and he goes for the kudu, it gets blocked. TwoEasy with a chance here, right in front of, oh my goodness.
Fight angry.
You asked for it.
He did the rage aura right in front of Tweety's face.
I know, that was really risky. It didn't pay off, but Tweety had great defense in that situation. Now, TwoEasy's gonna have to win without Dexter, unless he can wait a really long time.
I mean, Dexter is about to come back, but he doesn't have enough life to really, and there it is, Tweety didn't have enough life to get Dexter out. He knew.
And he's a player who likes getting in his
That is
opponent's
literally
head.
the perfect thing to describe Tweety, disrespectful.
Exactly, and I mean, it isn't always necessarily disrespectful, but it's a lot of stuff that really, it hurts emotionally to be hit by.
And that was another really interesting conversion and combo drop by Tweety.
But he's gonna get another chance. Should go to the background bounce this time. Stand 3 into, oh, misses the damage. And on top of that, that means that we're gonna see a mix-up from Dexter, but another drop.
That's actually the same thing that I've noticed happen twice in TwoEasy. He uses Dexter, but also burns a meter, which burns Dextar's time way more than he needs to do so, and then the meter gets spent instead of just going for the meterless Dextar conversion.
Right, could be a lot more efficient, but you know, whatever is the consistent damage, regardless, he still dropped it and should get a lot of life off of this. Will he summon Dextar now? He will. He needs to get that one more opening, but the Kudu and Chip are going to waste the entire bar, essentially, for Dextar.
Yeah, and it looks like Tweedy may not be running away with this just yet. I mean, it is going to be tied up one life bar to 1, but Tweedy's still up 2 games.
And just the nature of both these players and both of the characters that they play are the fact that if they get their momentum going, they could kill the other person in just seconds.
Yes. Which it looks like Tweedy is about to do here. He's going to spend 2 bars of meter. Oh, and that is going to be interrupted. Nice presence of mind coming out of TwoEasy in a clash.
Admit your defeat.
I admit nothing.
TwoEasy winning the meter war again. Tweety really likes spending his meter, especially on meter burn lasers. Exactly like we're seeing, and oh, that is not a good trade for Atrocitus. The dash punch, trying to get through the shield, but it hasn't been working.
But here's the chance. This is the chance for TwoEasy. Can he make it really count? That's going to be a missed input. Oh no, and a clash, 1 bar each.
Feel your fury.
Bad idea to tick me off.
So now neither player has clash available. The next combo will almost 100% kill.
For both players, actually.
Oh, and look at TwoEasy just walking back. Look at that patience, waiting for Dextar to come
and
back.
what a
but
confirm. That is going to do it. Tweedy 3-0 over set to destroy X's TwoEasy.
Interesting matchup because Black Adam has tools, but again, he cannot be overwhelmed, and it's very easy to be overwhelmed by Darkseid. However, Black Adam, he gets a lot of damage from punishing a lot of what Darkseid does, assuming he's not getting hit by all these Omega Beams. Wow, look at this damage just from Omega Beams alone.
And a very good start here for Emperor Nix, as he still hasn't even taken damage with a perfect life bar over DR Gross.
Wow, the first perfect life bar of the day. What a statement. In the second round of winners, being able to just show so much momentum.
Especially against Gross.
Gross, of course, top 8 at EVO, using this character too, Black Adam.
Oh, what a read on that wake up.
Nix is the best at reading people jumping on his wake up.
Yeah, and he will do the upwards of Mega Beam every time to counter that. And what a punish counter from Gross.
Gross already looking like he's potentially making this comeback, and Nix has to get out of this corner, but wow, the jump 2 hitting from behind in the air.
What a conversion, he almost finished it. But still, now this is where Gross needs to not get impatient. This is where he can't get overzealous because every trade is now in favor of Nix.
Oh, and he's gonna have the meter to make this conversion. Nix could have clashed. I'm surprised he didn't. He might not get another good chance to.
And that is it, wow!
So, like I was saying earlier, this was known for a very long time as a very tough matchup for Darkside, but let's see why Nix thinks this is now even.
I love the use of Water Shield there to get rid of the Parademon from Nix.
Doesn't have to deal with that at all.
Yeah, that shows some real character knowledge, or matchup experience, I will say.
Both. Now the reason why this is generally...
my goodness.
Wow, nice setup. Whoa, hit him with the last hit of that. A little bit more range than it seems like. But the reason why this is considered so tough is that Aquaman can actually duck a lot of these projectiles and punish with his own Tentacle Strike, just like that. Plus, Tentacle Strike is safe against Darkseid.
Yeah, he has no real answer. He's not like a lot of the other characters like Black Adam, or you have characters like Atrocitus who can raw punish it with Puddle or Black Magic, etc., etc.
And very nice chip out by Gross. Exactly what he needed. All right, but the zoning game begins again, and so much of this is nice. That was
yeah,
that was actually a combo.
Gross went for a down 2. He got clipped by the jump 3 from excuse me, Darkside, and then he just canceled right into the boot stop.
Right, exactly, knowing exactly how to convert off of it. But like I was saying, a lot of this matchup is going to be to how well each summon of the Parademon works out for Nix, because he can either just completely waste it, or he can get a lot of damage off of it, and that's really what's going to sway the life lead in either player's favor.
Yeah, or even a setup, but what a down 2 challenge And he went for the meter burn roll. Unfortunately, he was just afraid too late.
Oh, is he going to be able to land it? Oh, goes for a very interesting combo. It's a very solid amount of damage. Not quite the optimal, but the optimal is very difficult now. And now they're both down to a relatively low amount of life, but both still have Clash available.
Yep, Nix is gonna have to hold all this. He doesn't have a bar for push block. He is just gonna go for the teleport. Only 87 life. What? Nix! My ability to play this character against yours to beat you 3 straight games.
Oh, doesn't have the meter to convert at the very start. Already used it. Oh, wow,
nice jump back one.
That is going to be one of the big advantages of Black Adam. Is he's got such a floaty jump that he might be able to avoid a lot of the Parademon setups.
Oh, another down 2 challenge, and this is looking much better for Gross. And as I say that, he gets hit by a huge meter burn back 3.
Oh, and Darkside, whenever he gets that, it's going to be so much damage. Oh, nice. Wow, wasn't punished somehow for that air laser. And then finds the opening himself.
Nice down 2. Not enough to close it out, drops the combo plus frames. That's gonna be a punish.
We thought it was gonna chip out. It wasn't quite enough.
I mean, he was only 7 HP off.
I know, he still should be able to pretty much guarantee. Wow, I'm surprised he didn't just go for a meter burn Omega Beam, because that would have guaranteed the chip, but he wanted to save the meter, and so he is not afraid to just teleport. This man is not afraid at all.
No, Nix has shown that he will commit and be comfortable in all of his options. He has no problem just doing it, and he'll own up to it.
For some reason, every match with Gross ends up being like a down 2 fest for both players.
Yeah.
We've seen down 2s from everybody that he's fought. Oh, but this is looking close. Wow, no Clash again. That is really scary to not use it at that point, and he's not gonna get a chance. That's why it's so scary to not use your Clash early against Black Adam. He has some of the most unclashable options in the entire game. Meter Burn Lightning, which is exactly what he killed with, does 250 damage and doesn't allow you to clash. Then of course he's got Meter Burn Dive Kick.
He has Trade.
Oh yeah, he's just got so many options. But this is still Nix's potential final game to move on into Winners Finals. If he moves on to Winners
that
Finals,
was so dirty.
Yeah, we heard Nubcakes earlier talking about dirt, but there's no dirtier character than Darkseid.
Plus frames, nice, goes for a simple grab afterwards, gets guaranteed damage. Gonna use the Parademon on the roll in, wow.
He didn't even combo off of the Parademon. He hit the Parademon, walked forward, and then just slapped him.
But, with all that life, as far as the lead goes, Black Adam specifically can also melt Darkseid's life quite quickly. As we've seen like 500, 600, 700 damage combos on Darkside.
Oh, easily. I mean, those numbers are ridiculous. But it's still a really large life lead by Nix. Oh, that throw's just going to add up even more. Of course, Darkseid's throw is so great because it throws the opponent into that zoning range where he can throw Mega Beams again.
But this is so close. Is Nix going to upset Gross? Just 3 HP left.
Oh, he got underneath the Omega Beam. That is so hard to
that
avoid.
is it. Nix. Every major packed with the best players all the time.
Right, and okay, finally it's been all set up, and we have our second round of winners, which is going to be Nubcakes representing Los Angeles against Noble Tweety representing Atlanta. This is the classic match, Superman versus Batman, Regime versus the Insurgency. Who will win?
The classic. Obviously, it's going to be, actually, I don't know. Who is it going to be, Evan?
That is what we're here to find out. Wow, catches him out of the air from full screen with the up battering. And already Nubcakes controlling a lot of this match. Now, as it should be, these are two of the best characters in the game at the moment. Both extremely good on offense and defense, great at controlling space.
Great at earning trophies.
Oh, exactly, untouchable. But we could see this match really go to a lot of different ranges, a lot of different paces. It all depends on how the players feel they're going to be able to beat their opponent.
And what a beautiful down-2 conversion, as now Nubcakes is starting to run away with his lead just a little bit. It's not that crazy yet. There's still a chance for Tweety, but no. Down 1 pokes that meter burn roll in and checks Tweety on his way in.
Yeah, and Tweety had a great idea with that meter burn roll. Even though Nutcakes was ready, he still managed to get out of the corner. Although he's slowly getting moved into the left side corner as he's gonna get punished.
What
Wow!
a conversion! And an immediate clash.
Not the smartest choice.
All right, Tweety getting back 15%. But he's still got so much life to make back. If anybody can do it though, Superman is the one. He's just gonna have to find a way to get out of this corner and really apply his own pressure.
Yeah, so far, Nutcakes has not let him do any sort of thing.
Oh, look at him just throwing out these safe up batarangs and wow, not able to be punished for it. And now he's got the bat, which is such a great reversal tool, both great offensively and defensively.
Yeah. Again, Tweety.
Oh, this is huge, so much damage. Nubcakes dropping it, but getting another chance. Oh, but
Again, is that another chance though? It's gonna be just 2 HP left and the read.
In the game. But as far as results, without a doubt.
Sure.
Now, Nubcakes, he's a player who he just very recently actually got married. He's working on his career, so he doesn't have a ton of time to travel.
He's actually a music teacher.
Correct, and a musician himself.
And a musician and a married man, and he still finds time to, you know, to throw down in Injustice 2, and he's one of the best.
He is, but that means that we don't get to see him really travel out to too many events. The only one that we've gotten to see so far is him at EVO, where he placed 9th. In fact, one hit away from knocking the winner of EVO into losers.
Yeah.
So it's great to see him be able to come out to stuff like this, and I'm sure the money from potentially making it to E-League or winning today will really help him with starting his, you know, his new life at home.
Yeah, and of course, you know, like a successful person outside of the game, like we just talked about, but because he is so busy with his career and of course with his new marriage, he just doesn't have time to compete, which is sad because Nutcakes, as you can see, is such a strong competitor.
Right, and Tweedy just getting opened up over and over again, even more likely than the first game.
Yeah, but that's another thing, sorry to talk about real quick, is Tweety. He is also one of the strong competitors. He does travel, although he hasn't as much for Injustice 2. He has definitely been around the block and found success all over the country.
Oh, he has. He is, without it, I mean, you can just see it from his overall demeanor today. He has no nerves. He's used to this type of setting. He is a veteran of himself, within himself, you know?
Yeah.
But right now, he's going to need to really make a huge adaptation.
Yeah, it actually doesn't use the bat to confirm the combo there. Nubcakes could have gotten the kill, but instead he's now getting comboed, does roll out of that breath, and that's going to be a punish.
Oh, and he kept it pseudo-unclashable as Nubcakes
is looking so strong right now. Tweety needs to turn this around somehow, and that's not a bad start.
They went immediately back in. Tweety just ready to go again.
Tweety actually opted to spend the meter that he had just built on a hit on a laser that didn't actually do that much damage. I wonder if it was better off him saving that bar.
Maybe, oh, isn't quite able to anti-air. Are we gonna see a background bounce combo? No, we're just gonna see a normal optimal into the restand, into an unblockable guaranteed combo.
Huge
this is
damage.
so much damage.
That was so oppressive. And so intelligent by Nubcakes. He wanted, that's exactly why he didn't use the background bounce. He wanted to end it the way that he did so that he can get the guaranteed reset. And like we talked about, some of these interactables in the game are still left unblockable from Injustice 1, and they interact differently for gadget and power characters. And right there, you saw how the gadget character Batman used it.
Exactly, it's so strong for him. But now one more life bar for Nubcakes to move into Winners Finals against Emperor Knicks, but Tweedy looking considerably better this game than the past two.
Yeah, and that actually was also unblockable, but Nubcakes able to avoid it. And a dive bomb, what a punish!
Give up, get hurt. I never quit.
Yeah, extremely optimal for the situation. Dive bomb is not an easy move to punish because it leaves him airborne, but release back into 4-3 was the perfect choice.
Oh, and he tried to throw the dirty money out, but it didn't work.
Actually, had he not thrown that out, he might have avoided the laser.
I think you're right.
Full combo, back 3, and he knows that Tweety's already clashed, so he can take as much damage as he wants. That was definitely a mistake. He tried to back 2-3 and just got the back 3. Did it a little bit too fast.
Whiffing, or dropping the combo, not getting caught by it. Down 2. This is going to get him closer and closer to taking out Tweety in a 3-0 situation. Is this going to be it? Air escapes?
But he punishes the air escape. One more hit could do it, but this isn't a whole lot of life that Tweety needs to make back.
No, it really isn't. And he can, that's 772. He's going to get a little bit of life left here. That's essentially 2 combos for Superman, but no, back 2.
Wow, and no. within regional finals, and these players are the ones that rose to the top, so they do not want to go out this early in the tournament. So of course we've got Anbu GetReked against BlindDucky in our first losers match of the day.
Yeah, and I gotta say, even though GetReked is here, he looked so impressive against the first match he had with Gross, whereas traversing on the other side of things, Ducky actually didn't look as clean as he did in the regional finals, which is where he played out of his mind.
Absolutely, and we'll see if maybe he got a chance to warm up. He's already looking like he's doing really great, but doesn't manage the anti or the neutral jump punch. And this should be big damage, especially with the background bounce. Perfect usage of it from GetReked as he takes the life lead.
Very nice coming out of GetReked, and that using the meter burn to actually avoid the hyena.
Oh, not able to punish the tantrum stance, just barely getting past it.
Oh, and he went for a laser that actually would have killed Ducky even on chip, but he is going to get a stray hit going for the setup with the hyena down too, and there's the life bar.
Wow, that hit so high out of the air. Great spacing by Ducky. All we need is a little bit of chip from GetReked, but right now he's the one taking the chip.
Yeah, and again, this is what makes Harley Quinn's zoning game so ridiculous. You have gunshots, you have upward gunshots, you have cupcakes, you have hyenas. There's just so much that you have to worry about with this girl.
She fills the screen just with projectiles. I mean, that is what she does. And you have to know how to deal with not only each of those projectiles, but how they interact with the other projectiles.
Correct. And this is good before GetReked. He has Ducky in the corner. Pressure is happening. 4-2-3.
Oh, no conversion off the jump. I don't think Ducky expected it to hit. But that's going to leave him in still a tough position. Doesn't get punished for jumping out.
Yeah, in fact, he makes it out relatively clean as a wake-up comes out of GetReked. This is a very even match as far as life and meter. Both still have availability to clash.
We're not seeing Ducky really jump too much. He does have air projectiles that he might be able to use to
look
bait,
at that damage, 60 HP left. Down two, and a clash, but BlindDucky has the meter advantage.
Time to take a joke, pal.
So how much will they bet? This is huge right here. All right, GetReked saving his meter, but that means he's gonna go down to chip life.
Oh, just barely avoiding the guns, and he wasn't out.
Moment, but couldn't get around the spacing of
I'm
GetReked.
just so impressed with GetRekt's just ability to play this game at this level at such a young age.
Oh, catches him with the laser, and now he's in. We saw such a zoning game last time, but it looks like GetReked is trying to really take the offensive momentum. Oh, that should be a big combo.
Oh no, in the corner as well. Trade is available. Is he going to cancel into it? He does. Goes for the grab.
Oh, and look at that reset, and there's so much damage off the enhanced damage grab.
Yeah, that was like 600 something damage total after the reset and the grab.
Oh yeah, I think it may have been even more.
Maybe even 700, yeah.
But now, that is huge damage. That straight laser, you can duck it. It's not very fast, but if it hits you or you block it, ooh, you're taking damage.
Yeah, it does so much chip. On top of that, there's pretty much almost zero recovery for Superman, and it's incredibly plus.
Oh, it's just a great move in general. It just adds on to the rest of his lasers, making him both a zoning and an offensive beast. Speaking of beasts, though, getting clipped by the hyena.
Here we go. Look at this change of pace here from BlindDucky. Oh, but a beautiful dash in and a 4-2-3.
Oh, could have actually used the background bounce, but wanted to actually use that to take Ducky further into the corner. Very smart. GetReked is running away with it, but first life bar gone for him. We're seeing Ducky just patiently approach. He needs to make it back in to deal the amount of damage that he needs to make this comeback, and he knows it.
Look at the meter, though, for BlindDucky. He has 3 bars, nice meter burn roll, comes in with the hyena, nice factory conversion.
Very optimal into the setup. We'll jump back one from GetReked. Interesting choice, and now it's just going to be a little bit.
No, and he tried to forward dash.
You do not want to let him look at you, or you're going to be down 2-0 like Ducky. And interestingly enough, I feel like Ducky is known for his extremely good zoning, but I think he's lost a lot due to the zoning of GetReked. GetReked, we've seen him as an offensive monster, but now we're also seeing that he's got just a lot of aspects to his playstyle, and that's why he's really the wild card of the day.
Yeah. proving himself to be such a strong competitor in the face of these veterans. We saw how close it was against him and DR Gross, as DR Gross is one of the best players in our scene. And now with Ducky, who is a player that has been in the scene and has been on the stage before, GetReked seems unfazed.
He does. He's holding his composure, but Ducky also holds his composure. It's not like he's dropping a lot. He's just slowly.
He is.
He's just slowly losing. It's like a, I don't know.
You can
It's just like a
compare it
meter
to
that's
like
slowly
dying.
going down.
You just
Yeah,
slowly die as you get older,
I guess so. Oh, but you know, he does have the life lead now. Oh, and that might be the life bar. Nice, converts off of the anti-air gunshot with just another gunshot.
All right, so BlindDucky now finds himself with the first real life lead of the game for himself.
Oh, and that is going to be a lot of damage. Those Nutcakes alone, dude, look at 140 damage. Not to mention, you can actually get a gunshot conversion, but instead, Ducky choosing to set up a Hyena, and the Kudu is going to close out the first life bar for GetReked. The Kudu. Oh, good meter burn. Oh,
that could have been a huge punish. Ducky misses.
It was a very strange thing to come out of the meter burn roll with. So I just don't think he was ready for that to happen.
Oh, nice conversion. It's going to be a clash. One bar for Superman.
I miss out on all the fun.
It might have been a little bit smarter for Ducky to just not even go for the conversion, jump back, and just try to chip him out of that.
Yeah, because now he did give 50% back to GetReked, and that is an opportunity that you never want to give a Superman player.
Oh no, especially when you're sort of in the corner, but one more hit could do it for Ducky. Oh, not able to get
Beautiful
conversion.
jump back too, and the Cupcakes are going to do it. BlindDucky finds.
Maybe this is the beginning of it. But of course, GetReked has 2 matches to make it happen, and this is already looking great. Look at that damage from Superman, nothing short of ridiculous. And that's what he is. I mean, he doesn't have like the overhead low mix-ups that a lot of characters have. He's just very good at outspacing you and punishing you and just taking all that damage. That's the character.
Yeah, and what a beautiful conversion coming out of Ducky, 400 damage. The one thing I will say, though, that Anbu GetReked has done a good job of is getting away from those hyenas, jumping in the air, using air dashes, using the meter burn laser sometimes. He's really been on point with that.
Ooh, beautiful conversion, stopping him from jumping out and gets the reset. What's he gonna do? I don't think he can get the kill. He might go for another reset. Oh, what?
What kind of conversion was that? That was such a weird interaction.
That was, he went past the low bomb and then went over her body as she was laying on the ground in tantrum stance, and he still managed to hit with the second hit of 4-2-3. Wow, and that is such a good interaction for GetReked. That means he was able to keep the corner, he was able to take the life bar. Now he's got the life lead again, but it looks like he is playing a little bit offensive. Ducky, he's so used to playing this type of play style that he will never lose his patience. Ever, ever. But even though GetReked is doing well in the zoning game, it looks like he's slowly more and more choosing to move to an offensive play style. Maybe because he wants to close it out, maybe because he feels like he's getting more damage off of it, but he's eating a lot of damage for it.
Yeah, now it actually looks like GetReked is getting impatient and Ducky is starting to play his game.
You're a freak, Harley.
I can still cut you, sweetie.
Ooh, 1 bar for Peace. That means no change of life. Oh, that's a big pickup. Good conversion.
Oh, that media break.
You're gonna play
Clash.
nice.
That's not what I had planned.
And of course, Ducky should be able to get back a little bit of life, 15% from spending 1 bar, but he's still in the corner and he's still got to get out somehow.
Yeah, now especially without Clash available, any hit from GetReked could be absolutely massive.
Oh, they're switching sides. Oh, this could be big. No meter though. Oh,
No,
he built it in time.
Just there.
And so 1 more hit.
Oh, but he catches the interactable escape. Ducky with a huge chance. No, he drops.
Oh, but this could be enough to kill. 2 drops in a row. How unfortunate. But now it's down to 1 hit.
And there it is. He can kind of play Red Hood. So, I mean, if for whatever reason he does start to get really far behind, that is an option for him. But here we go. It is the 2 characters we thought it was going to be, which is Fate and Catwoman.
Absolutely. Everybody's playing their go-to character. I think it's so smart in a situation like this. But already, ooh, just hits from both players. Oh, nice delayed wake up, avoiding the mix-up and actually getting a quarter combo. Could have actually been a lot more.
Yeah.
We usually don't see Dr. Fate as a huge damage character. Oh no, drops the combo. Could have been really cool right there.
All right, back three. Oh, ooh, gonna roll out, and now just a little bit is all it's gonna need to take the chip of the first life bar, and there it is.
And this is another one of those matchups where, as a Catwoman player, HandySavage can be extremely patient. Every single projectile that Dr. Fate has can be dodged by her cat dodge, which is going to build her meter, build her cat scratches, and really just kind of annoy her opponent.
Yeah, and those cat scratches, when they are charged up to 5, either give her a tremendous advantage on block or a huge amount of damage on hit.
Oh, and now HandySavage has the corner. This is where it's going to be really deadly. Nice air-to-air, though.
And just ducking over all of those projectiles. Using that advancing normal is too easy, trying to get an opening, but Handy is being very patient. Finally does find one.
And TwoEasy is known as a little bit more. Oh, that was a mistake, and that was punished a lot. That is a common input error that we see from Dr. Fate players. He was trying to do his forward two, accidentally got the healing aura, which is just never something you want to see as Fate.
Oh wow, look at this. Handy all of a sudden with a chance. And that's gonna be a break, 2 bars reach.
Karma's a beast.
Both gonna spend the bar. This is anyone's game right now. Still full meter. Oh my goodness, the trash.
It wasn't the that we tend to see very importantly for Catwoman, as she has a lot of opportunities to back three. Oh, nice.
Pretty healthy damage there off of just that glyph.
Yeah, of course,
and a projectile.
As Dr. Fate goes into trade, his projectile becomes just so strong.
I mean, if it wasn't strong enough, right?
Oh, right. I mean, it's already, yeah, relatively strong. Oh, good down to full conversion, just like you're saying. Such an optimal player. And
But then,
as I say
as
that,
you said,
he drops it.
Yep, and another back three into the stage transition.
Now, stage transitions don't really give you too much of an advantage, generally. So it's going to bring it back to neutral, which is kind of a space that actually both of these characters like.
Yeah. And both of these players actually like as well, which makes this matchup specifically very interesting as well.
Oh, didn't get the conversion off of stopping the orb. It was very smart spacing, but he didn't think that it would be a jump so soon.
Okay, goes for the armored interactable, gonna get some damage on that. Can he finish this life bar?
Oh, he needs just a little bit more, but he's not able to get it.
And that 4.19 HP may haunt TwoEasy.
We're in that scary position again, but all right, the 4-2 is gonna catch the standing one. I'm not sure exactly what that was supposed to be, maybe standing one in the cartwheel, but it's really even now. Oh, good call. Gets a strange conversion, but still gonna get the hard knockdown, gonna get a mix-up.
Nice block on the cross-up. Down one into Onk. Nice down two challenge on that forward dash coming out of Dr. Fate. Now it's Handy pressing the offense with a grab, as well as some armor back three pressure, but no, what a read from TwoEasy.
Oh, and he set up the healing sphere. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but he's still going to take advantage of it.
Well, he did burn bar on it, so I think it was.
Yeah, actually, I mean, I don't know what he would have been trying to do right there. He wanted that life back, which is, I guess, a smart choice. It does, especially if you spend meter on it, it builds a lot of life back.
Nice cat cancel there on the dash. He is going to be able to get another hit. He's not going to go for the clashable damage here. That's it.
Well, and that ended
regionally for the finals, to then at the finals, the top two spots going to E-League. E-League is going to be absolutely huge for anyone trying to make a name for themselves.
Absolutely, and wow, what a nice bait in this last game. Or not, potentially last game, I'm sorry. There's absolutely the chance for TwoEasy to come back, but he has locked himself 100% into Dr. Fate. Not even gonna try any of his other characters. He's feeling confident.
Look at his patience coming out of course, as I say that he gets hit, but overall, he's perfectly comfortable with just letting things kind of ride out as he just uses cat dodges as well as just ducking under projectiles.
Catwoman, of course, known for having a very small hitbox, so it's not easy to hit her with that projectile, which kind of goes down at an arc.
Oh, look at this patience from Handy still as TwoEasy is trying to get something going, and Handy actually right there not going for the full conversion, which is the back three, just went for the easy stuff to close out the life bar.
Right, which is
Great
very
decision.
smart. Go for 100% the safest option that will guarantee
that, yeah, that you know will kill it. Oh, and the orb actually stopping Andy from converting the combo off the back three. And TwoEasy is just trying to end it, and then these dodges. A nice finish.
Yeah, he was ready that time. He was in the exact same situation in the last game. He went for another projectile, and he paid for it. So this time, he knew. But this is still a tough situation. It's match point for HandySavage, and only about half a life bar left.
You cannot be redeemed.
I've got no regrets.
She has no regrets.
No regrets going in with Catwoman and sticking with her. And that's what HandySavage should be feeling too. No
That's
regrets.
true. Yeah, and he's still up 2 games. TwoEasy can still definitely bring this back, but Handy, you gotta imagine, is gonna not want to let that happen as he goes for a whip trip as it is blocked.
Oh, fakes out using the interactable. TwoEasy's building a little bit of space. He can get a lot of damage, but he doesn't have a lot of meter to make it happen.
Down 2 trades with the jump attack from TwoEasy. That could have been a bigger punish, but still not bad, creating some space for himself using the healing glyph.
Oh, and he's taking back the life lead by healing.
Yeah. And a dire situation. Handy goes for the uppercut.
Oh, and that's not the first time that the jump has gone over the meter from back three.
What a read. What a call out.
And now TwoEasy's got a good life lead, but he's going to want to try to keep it unclashable. I don't know how he'll do it. That's a
that
great
actually
way.
hit. And there it is. TwoEasy stays alive.
100% into it at this point. I mean, this is his last chance, but he can make it happen. He's taking the momentum, and he just needs to keep it.
Oh, and no conversion off there. I don't believe Handy was expecting that over it to hit. I love that interactable. It's so cool.
Oh, it's such a
It's
nasty
like
little
disco
trap.
ball of death. Yeah.
It completely controls your opponent's movement. Oh, and Handy is actually the one with the momentum this time, and he's going to close it out.
What a lead. TwoEasy now finds himself in trouble yet again.
Oh, and that's actually going to punish the glyph on whiff. Handy in control of this. TwoEasy needs to do some really crazy stuff.
Say glyph on whiff 3 times fast.
Glyph on whiff, glyph on whiff, glyph on whiff.
Wow, that was impressive. I was not expecting to be able to do that.
Oh, the down
Again,
two.
another trade.
HandySavage's anti-air game has been so on point this entire set.
Sure. It also doesn't hurt that the fact that Catwoman has a great down too.
Oh, no, absolutely. But he's still been ready for everything.
Oh, conversion. No, he misses the back 3.
Ooh, I love these back 2 checks. Buffs to being only 9 frames in the last patch.
Yeah. It's a great anti-air, good normal, just all around if you're trying to control space in front of you.
Oh, misses the full conversion, and could have seen some meter for a full conversion from HandySavage, but he wants to keep it.
Still has 5 cat scratches and 2 bars. This could be devastating if he lands something. No combo, 1 hit left, and there it is. Handy moves forward.
So, I was just asking, because it's a really great jersey. It's got his name on the back end. Okay, we are going to go into the Superman mirror as Anbu GetReked is going to try to dethrone Noble's Tweety.
Yeah, unfortunately for the loser of this match, they will be out of the tournament.
Right, another loser's bracket match. Another match fighting for your life. But Tweety's already taken quite a good life lead just with lasers alone. Now, this is a matchup that you can see played. Oh, what a trade! Just looking into each other's eyes.
Now, normally we always say that those trades aren't in favor of whoever gets the Superman laser, but they're both getting hit by the same thing, so it's kind of even, I guess.
I mean, it's exactly even, although it's obviously better for whoever has the life lead.
That's
at
what
that
I
point.
mean. That's why it's kind of even.
Ooh, anti-airing with it.
Yeah, those are not even for Tweety because now he doesn't have the life lead, although he might get it back right here. Oh, meter bring back 3 to kill. It's just not enough.
And he could have, oh no, he didn't have the meter to spend, so he's just got a little bit more chip. I feel like Tweety could throw out a dash punch at any point. He loves chipping out with dash punch, but
but he doesn't. And I like the idea of why he spread the bar to try to kill there, especially on the back 3, because it's so important, especially in a zoning war, to make sure that you end that first life bar as fast as possible.
But now it's exactly even. Even the meter is almost exactly the same.
The character is exactly the same as well.
The ultimate mirror match. But Tweety taking this first hit.
GetReked does have access to 2 bars if he can find an opening for himself. There's one. Still has 2 bars. And these trades are starting to go in his favor as he's avoiding the straight laser from Tweety. That's a punish.
Yeah, that is a really good catch. And wow, I'm surprised that Down was actually able to punish. The straight laser recovers so fast, but now we're seeing GetReked on the offensive. We have seen so many trades, which is just so appropriate for a mirror match like this.
Punish. Oh, and that hurt. 160. Anbu GetReked now with the chance.
Find your own universe. This world is mine.
Both have 1 bar.
And both spending it, keeping it even. Oh, and we're probably going to see another clash here.
Yeah, except this time it is going to be GetReked that has the meter advantage, which means he's going to get 15% back if he chooses to, and he does.
Oh, catching him with the interactable. We're such a low amount of life for this first life bar.
Oh, huge opportunity. Is this going to kill? Not quite. Oh, but the jump 3.
Now that jump can go backwards, and then he's able to punish, or it'll make them whiff, and sometimes it just beats them outright because of just the duration of its active frames. Ooh, but GetReked, ooh, nice meter burn back 3. That's gonna just about even it up. Of course, Superman has some of the highest damage in the game, so we could see this either go to a very slow zoning match, or we could see it just over in seconds. Or back and forth, which is what we've been seeing.
I mean, Superman is a character that just does so much damage, both in his zoning and in his up-close pressure game. Oh, what is this?
That was so much respect. He was just walking at him and then dashed at him.
And then he like stuttered forward.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? How do you want to do this?
Ooh, wow, the breath not able to reach. That's gonna give GetReked a little bit more damage, or a lot more damage.
Oh, and he caught him at the tip of the feet.
Now, straight lasers have worked really well catching Tweety out of the air for GetReked, but we're finally seeing it the other way around, too. Now, the zoning game is actually very interesting in this matchup. It's, I mean, it looks like a lot of lasers, but there's a really intricate balance to it. Because
There's a dance.
there is absolutely a dance. Very back and forth. You have to know exactly when you can throw out your laser and it won't be stuffed by another laser. And of course, there are 3 lasers. There's the air laser, which will avoid a lot of the ground lasers and then punish them. But if you throw out the air laser and there is no laser coming out from your opponent, then they can jump and punish your air laser. And then to stop that, you can just throw ground lasers to apply pressure, build meter, and it's just this giant mind game. It's almost like a full screen mix-up zoning game.
Well, that's exactly what it is. Which
Right
is
now
why this mirror match, so hey, listen, some players love this mirror match, some players absolutely hate it, but both of these players don't mind it.
That's true, and now it looks like they're being a little bit more aggressive. That could have been a lot of damage. Good choice to clash by 2.
Actually, I don't know, because Anbu GetReked has 3 meters. He has the meter advantage.
That's true, but I mean, a Superman combo pre-traded, that is already some damage. Oh, and a lot of chip. Oh, the dash punch. Now, will there be an opportunity? No.
2-0 now for Tweety.
The question, will he stick with the mirror?
He does.
Whoa, he does. Very surprising. Not going to be going at all with Atrocitus. And it's already looking really good for Tweety.
Wow.
That is the Tweety classic. He jumps up to a place where it looks like he's going to hit you from the front and then immediately dive bombs behind you. It is the best mix-up.
Oh, wow. Stay in your place, peasant, is what he says to GetReked.
Very smart usage of the dive bomb, too. We almost exclusively see that as a mix-up tool, but in truth, it is a dive kick.
It is. Well, I mean,
Well, it's a dive punch. Yeah. But it's a dive kick time.
Yeah, of course, I get you.
Oh, and Tweety just making Superman look up into the sky, anti-airing with the straight laser. He's like, you know what? Why don't I ever just look up while I throw lasers?
Oh, nice fake out there. Anbu GetReked reads that and does punish correctly with laser, but it is a huge life lead for Tweety as it is getting bigger with these grabs.
Oh, so many throws. Tweety playing Superman like a grappler, but you have to respect him so much because of his oppressive normals. So you eat a lot of throws fighting him.
Okay, GetReked still with an opportunity here. Still with a chance.
He does have a pretty good positioning here, but he needs to make it count.
And it is very possible. It is not outside of the realm of possibility here for GetReked to make this comeback and to get a game on the board for himself.
Ooh, these meter burn rolls by Tweety have not really been working out for him this entire set. I think he's trying to meter burn roll underneath an air laser, but there are other safer ways to try and punish air laser. Oh, the dash punch will work though, and we're definitely seeing a clash.
Yep. To honor me, I thought you understood sarcasm.
So 2 bars, he's gonna get 25% life back, which just about makes it even until he eats a straight laser to the face. And now Anbu GetReked is in trouble. This should be it, and it is.
As Tweety will be moving on in the losers bracket. A lot of people were saying, you know, we don't know how good she is post-patch, but Handy's so confident with her. And here we go, going into this next round of losers. We have HandySavage against DR Gross. Ooh, and again, I feel like we will be seeing this patient game from Handy. It's what he's really kind of choosing as his signature. And against zoners like Green Lantern, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, it is what you have to do. And patience, this is interesting also because of the fact that both of these players are very good at spacing. And speaking of it, right there, huge damage. 393 coming out for Handy as he now pushes Gross to the corner. Goes for the down 2, it's not enough, and this should close out the first life bar for Handy.
Wow, strong first game. And I have to say, Handy has won over this crowd today.
Yeah, he really, I mean, he easily had the best crap talk video. Like, just hands down, you can't even argue that.
Without a doubt, but I mean, you could just hear the crowd cheering for him every single time he lands anything. I mean, this man is just playing off it. He loves it. Ooh, good delayed wake up, avoiding the cross up. Ooh, look at this patience. Again, HandySavage knowing that he can play the waiting game as well as anybody else.
Yeah,
using the low dodge!
That is something we don't see that often.
Almost never.
That's also just because there really aren't too many projectiles like that.
Good block on the overhead. That's gonna waste 2 bars for Gross. But he's gonna get another opening. What's the mix up? Oh, fake cross up. And Gross taking the life bar.
Doesn't like your chances.
That is the teal lantern, not the green lantern. Ooh.
All right, gonna pull him back into the corner. Oh no, in fact, he's gonna go for a mid-screen setup. What's the mix up? Oh,
that
the
was
fake
so
cross up.
ambiguous.
Go lick your wounds.
That's just gross, Selena.
Actually, if he does that exact setup, it's never a cross up. It's just a fake cross up. Yep.
Okay.
Unless it's in the corner. Then there's some weird stuff that goes on, but they weren't. But Gross managing to really even this up.
And that should have been a punish there. Yeah, but absolutely, Gross has 100% brought it back, goes for the conversion, gets caught low.
I paid for my crimes.
Karma's a beast.
No meter for either player. There are 0 options there. They knew exactly what was going to happen. Gross, I think he's just zoning right here. Even though he can't really force too much chip on Catwoman, he's going to want that meter because Green Lantern really needs meter for his combo.
He does. He absolutely does.
Oh, and same with Catwoman. Had there been a little bit more meter, that might have been game for HandySavage, but he's going to have to find another opening now. Oh, and look at this patience. HandySavage just waiting for the exact perfect moment to go in. He knows that if he overcommits, he will lose.
Yeah, and only 85 seconds left. Timeouts are not common at all in Injustice, but we actually potentially may see one here.
Handy playing the most patient game I've ever seen. He hasn't even connected an attack in almost 100 seconds. He's just walking back. Look at this patience. Oh no! But finally, Gross is going to get the opening that he needs into the mix-up, into the cross-up. This should be huge damage, but a drop!
And that is going to do it, Handy! Waiting for the right.
Wait, whatever the opportunity may be, you take advantage of it, and that's exactly what HandySavage did. So, up 1 game so far. He was playing more patient than I've ever seen any character play, even that has projectiles.
That was ridiculous.
But that's exactly what he said. Catwoman has that ability. Good blocks by Handy. He hasn't really been opened up by too much. He's mostly just been hit by like air-to-airs or getting clipped out of just a few different moves, but the mix-ups haven't worked too well on him.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's been a very hard puzzle for Gross to try to figure out and opening him up.
Ooh, but there we go, punishing the whip down
That was
one.
a cool conversion.
Oh, that was a weird trade. And just enough damage. Gross, with some of the grossest Green Lantern combos. I mean, seriously, this man was showing me what he has in store for anybody that he hits with his mix-ups back behind stage earlier, and boy, he can do some damage, and we're starting to see that now.
We are, and wow, look at this gigantic lead now that Gross holds over Handy, which is the opposite of what happened last game.
And Handy again just playing so patient, maybe a little bit too patient.
I think you're right. I think he is playing just a little bit too patient now, and even with this massive life deficit, he is choosing to continue to just kind of let Gross push the offensive whenever he wants to, and that is a mistake.
Ooh, and a mistake that essentially cost him this round. So, Gross, and you're running away, then you're going to lose by time. You're going to be the one who loses as soon as it hits 0. Of course, it gives the win to whoever has the most life. Ooh, hits with the overhead. What's the mix-up?
Well, he gets the cross-up. Back 3 is going to go for the stage transition there.
One of the strongest stage transitions in the entire game, so that actually did a lot of damage. Not every stage transition does the same damage.
No, they don't, and in fact, some of them are much bigger than others. Perfect example would be the one in Kondak.
Oh, that one does very little. Ooh, that one was a cross-up. Like I said, it acts very differently if you manage to get them in the corner, and ooh, good block this time. That's actually going to give, I was going to say good screen positioning to HandySavage, but Gross is just jumping out.
You're seeing the meter burn on the bricks to keep himself safe. But fortunately for Gross, it actually gave him the hit, and now Handy needs to find an opening, but it's so hard. As hard as it's been for Gross to open up Handy, it's also been the same for the other player. Handy hasn't really been able to find an opening on Gross.
It's true, and I mean, each one of those does so much damage for Catwoman, so, I mean, just looking at the life bar, it shows. But one thing that I would really like to see from HandySavage is something that we saw GetReked doing earlier. We're seeing a lot of back 1-3s being thrown out from Gross, and of course, you can meter burn back 3 in between that. That is a ton of damage being left on the table every time you just block it.
Especially for Catwoman.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, stuffing the wall. It is it's a very barely stuffable wake up, so very nice timing by HandySavage.
Oh, it gets caught. This could be a huge opportunity. Nobody drops.
Oh, and that actually could have been a punish.
That was 2 opportunities Handy left on the table. He is going to get a grab, so he's going to get a little bit of damage here, but...
All right, nice check with the trade. Just going to get a little bit of free chip. That would have done a lot of damage had it connected. Oh, and no ability to clash. Gross is trying to keep this unclashable, but oh, nice! That is so hard to convert off that situation. HandySavage with so much situational awareness.
Gets checked. Nice push block. He had to. He's still alive, so about 13 HP. And there it is, the brick wall.
With the jab in the last, or in that previous situation in that last game was pretty impressive. Oh, doesn't use the, very nice blocking by HandySavage. He's been slowly getting better and better at blocking those ambiguous cross-ups as the set's gone on. But Gross is really the king of making it ambiguous. Oh, lands the overhead. And look at this life lead he's already gaining. One more mix-up, that's gonna be a cross-up, but good block by HandySavage.
Yeah, great block, but even still, wow. Gross is just all over Handy in this 4th game.
Yeah, ooh, and actually one of the few characters that can easily punish the low whip trip. And again, nice block. Oh, and look at Gross. He's like, you know what? I can play patient too.
Yeah, and right now, Handy's tournament life is on the line with every single one of these hits, and Gross is not going to let him break.
Oh, wow, nice reactions to break that.
From you.
Ring, don't fail me now.
Oh, and look at all that meter. HandySavage getting back a lot of life, but it's still a huge life deficit.
Yeah,
He needs
it's
to just
massive.
loop mix-ups over and over. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to make it
Not
back.
only that, but they have to land.
They do.
And Gross has not been making it easy at all for HandySavage.
Oh, and this is going to be big. He's going to go for the knockdown mix-up. Overhead again, very nice.
Nice armor back three, gets the conversion to keep Gross in the corner. Down two, wake up, wow!
We have to expect that from Gross at this point. He has just been the master of down twos today. Oh, wow, jumping after that. That is actually considerably better on block than back on three. One more hit could
And that
do it,
small
though.
stagger, still trying to stay alive. Is that gonna be it? One more hit,
Oh, Handy has a chance, but it's going to be so tough.
and there it is. Gross is sending
In Arkham, we are going to have Darkside against Batman.
Wow, what a catch. Starting it off with an up battering and the meter burn. The one thing I will tell you right now is Nubcakes is not going to let Emperor Knicks get away with all that pressure so easily. He is going to make him work for it. He's going to keep him stuck in pressure. He's going to hold him in this corner. I guess not. I was wrong.
Maybe the other way around. All right, so Knicks already getting a lot of damage, but Nutcakes has already done some damage himself too, so this is going to be about even so far. Oh, again, that down one knee is such a great choice. It's been working so well for Knicks all day.
Wow. And so far, with a fantastic start from Nubcakes, Knicks was able to just turn it right on his head.
Now he is in the corner, but of course, it's Darkside, so he's never in the corner for long.
Yeah, he's one of the very few characters in this game that can get out of the corner for, not necessarily for free, but almost at will.
Right, of course, he's taking a risk to do it, but his teleport is very, very hard to punish. One of the fastest recovering teleports in the entire game. Oh, and this should be a lot of damage into a corner mix-up. But of course, Knicks does have that great wake-up, which we are going to see the plus frames, but he was respecting the release of the bat, and this should be enough to take the life bar. Great choice.
Yeah.
So smart by Nubcakes, ending not in the full string, but in the upwards grapple, which did throw Darkseid back in the corner. Of course, like we said, he's back out again, but at least it put him into that situation.
Oh, nice down one check. And again, this is getting dangerous for Nubcakes now. He's potentially one hit away from going down, and there it is. Wait, no!
Ooh, and I think that was an accidental up grapple. He's been arrested. Definitely a great player, playing a lot of really interesting characters throughout his lifetime. But
He has. No, he really has.
Darkseid looking like one of his strongest. Oh, and those down ones are working so well.
What a meterless conversion. I love it.
Oh, getting underneath the lasers, playing a more patient game, but oh wow, surprised that laser didn't punish it. Big combo. Could have done a background bounce combo maybe, but this is still going to be huge damage. No, an unfortunate drop by Nubcakes. Oh, and a nice meter run back three by Knicks. He knows exactly when people are going to try to swing and try to whip punish even when they can't.
And so what he did there was he meter burned the laser, made it a low, and then sent the Parademon as an overhead.
Right, and that is nearly impossible to block. So tough. Oh, getting caught. Another huge life lead by Knicks. All right, this should be some pretty good damage. Not going to use the background bounce, just taking a solid 455. Very good. And that should be the life bar. 2 combos in a row, and that was all it took. All right, Nutcakes playing the patient approach again. One thing that we haven't seen too much is meter burn roll. We usually do see meter burn rolls a lot against Darkseid because he has such slow recovery on a lot of his projectiles.
Right.
And you can get some really nice punishes, but Nutcakes not really going for it, playing the more patient approach. Oh, there's but it got punished.
But all he needs is just one more thing. Wow. Emperor now he's predominantly a Batman character, but he also does have, you know, an Aquaman in his pocket as well as some others. But no, he's just gonna stick it out with Batman.
Oh no, that jump combo's bad. A nice anti-air. Of course, Batman has one of the best anti-airs in the game, and a great choice to try to push Darkseid back into the corner, but he's Darkseid.
Yeah, that 6-frame down 2 from Batman is definitely no joke. But Emperor Knicks is just, he's answering everything Nubcakes is throwing at him pound for pound.
Oh, but nice catch out of the air. I think upward battering is going to be a very important tool in this matchup. Nubs hasn't been able to punish really any of these teleports. Well, I say that, but of course he does punish the aerial teleport with the down 2. The ground teleports, though, have been very, very safe so far. Oh,
Yeah, goes
nice.
with the overhead into the background bounce conversion, and that should have killed if he didn't drop the combo, and that may come down to come back to haunt him.
If you won't kill me, you cannot win.
Don't be so sure.
All right, 1 bar apiece. Nutcakes still has that magic pixel. And all he needs is one more opening to really make it worth it. That could be it. No, not quite close enough to the corner to be able to get a conversion. And the toilet wasn't enough to chip out.
Yeah, but that will be enough. That air or even standing just Omega Beam meter burn is pretty much impossible to get away from.
You have to really make a tough read.
Yeah.
With you don't even actually always have an option, but
You don't. Sometimes you do, most of the time you really don't.
right. Oh, and this should be big. Nice roll out by Knicks, but now he's going to have to deal with his corner pressure. Of course, down 1 into knee would be the option.
Huge punish, could have been much bigger actually.
Oh, and this could be it. Assuming there's no drop, back 2-3 will be enough.
Yeah,
All right, so Nubcakes needs to win again 2 straight. Knicks just needs to win 1. But Nubcakes seems to have adapted at least to a lot of the aerial teleports. Oh, look at this early life lead, though. Darkside's damage is nothing short of ridiculous.
again, that is so hard to block.
Oh, no, drops the conversion, but gonna get another chance. Oh, going into the restand, gonna use it to summon trait, and oh, nice block by Knicks. In fact, getting him out of the corner, putting himself back in.
No.
It's like the corner doesn't really mean anything.
That's what we have to realize with Darkseid is he's a madman. The corner, it doesn't really matter to him.
Almost every single throw that we've seen Nubcakes try has worked out for him. Oh, wow, not quite enough to chip, but this one
That
will be.
will do it. He's going to spend his final 2 bars to melt Nubcakes' first bar.
Oh, and very hard to blockable, although actually the low laser
I don't
didn't
think
even
the
reach
low
him.
reach. Yeah, I don't think the low reach. I think he just got caught by the overhead there. As he is now slowly starting to get this life lead. Nubcakes is desperately trying to end his first.
Oh, reversal throw, I like it.
Surprised we didn't see it down 2 from Nubcakes there.
Me too. Nice meter burn roll, and that should be at least enough to chip out, guaranteed. But Knicks still has about a 50% life lead, and he's gonna get put back into mid-screen, gonna be able to zone. Nubcakes is gonna have to make a lot of really good reads, and that's a really good start.
Nice block. Grabs afterwards.
It is so scary to try and tech throws against Batman. Oh no, the wake up meter burn laser, not
Rolled
able
in
to
to get
punish.
away.
Oh, and these jump ones have worked really well.
If you won't kill me, you cannot win.
Don't bet on it.
Oh, and a little bit of life for Nubcakes. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of damage. I don't think he has quite enough to kill.
It's not going to kill, but it's going to be enough to put him in a fantastic position to end this out. Wait a second. Oh, he just gets hit by that. Oh, no. This is so close.
Oh, not quite enough to chip.
Oh, and there it is. Emperor Knicks.
Both of these players, I think, were kind of favorites going in, and whoa, it looks like they've already started. So
Speaking
here
of
we
going
go.
in, here we go.
Losers semis, Nobles Tweedy against DR Gross, and it looks like the matchup will be, of course, Superman for Tweedy. He doesn't really choose anybody else, but Gross going with his Black Adam. Now this is a very classic match. 2 of the best characters from Injustice 1, and we got to see them a lot, because not only were they both extremely good, but
Wow.
they fought each other relatively well.
They did, and they still do. I mean, both characters still fight each other just fine.
Right, but right now it's looking, ooh, that was a bad drop. That could have been the kill, and now Tweety's gonna get a little bit of momentum.
Oh, goes for
wow.
the down 2, gets stuffed. This is going to be a lot of damage. Oh, but a block and a punish. Very nice.
Now that was supposed to actually
supposed to be a cross-up. It wasn't,
setup,
though, yeah.
but Black Adam is a relatively tall character, mostly because he's floating. So
yeah, he's a float character.
yeah, he's also got amazing posture. Let me just compliment him right there.
He has really good posture, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, and that is what saved him from getting hit by that cross-up. Still, Tweety making back close to tying it up. Ooh, good blocks. Of course, every single cancel into that trait for Black Adam is going to give him plus frames.
Nice, beautiful punish. That is not the easiest to
I'll
punish.
show you the wizard's power.
Oh, and Ghost taking even more damage. Oh, look at this life lead, and could be the end right here. No, wow, nice, good backdash, expecting the throw.
Oh wow, he went for the challenge. He is minus after that string. He's safe, but minus. Is Tweety now opts for a chance, goes for the down, or excuse me, the back one, the low.
And that was quite a bit of damage, even though he didn't land the reset, but that's gonna be it. Game one. Gross had such a life lead in that game, but Tweety almost made it back. These are two very high damaging characters that not only damage you for a lot, but they get really good mix-ups as soon as they're done with their combos.
Yeah, these are also two veterans of the scene now, so I mean, you gotta expect they're gonna go back and forth, and so far they are, as Tweety with a dominating start. And that's gonna be, spoke too soon, whoa!
Wow, I'm surprised it didn't cross up. That was a very nice, I guess, movement by Gross, but Tweety himself blocking really well, so it should be a good amount of damage. Down two into Lightning Hands Ender. Very interesting choice, but hey, whatever works.
And that should have been a much bigger punish. Wow, and Tweety actually got very lucky there that he didn't pay for that down one.
Oh, that should be a punish. This should be a huge punish, actually. Oh, look at that. 300 damage, still relatively strong.
Tweety, though, still with the first life for 208 hit points left, which means that he can still do quite a bit. Never mind, I am the epitome of the combination curse.
And of course, that is a mix-up right there. The last hit of that string is an overhead, but sometimes you can just cancel in a low lightning, catch them trying to block high, and then you take a ton of damage. Good throw, and wow, tried to do a meaty black magic, but that didn't work very well. It really doesn't look like either of these players are going for zoning too much. Just here and there, but then as you see, every single time after there's something, they're using it as a tool to get in.
Both players are definitely trying to get in, as DR Gross has a little bit of a life lead. It is seeming to get bigger, but Tweety is still in this. It is not over for him yet. Nice block on the back to the overhead into the low. Still only 81 HP left. He activates trait, and there is nothing he can.
It's one of the best ways in the entire game to close out a match.
100% it is.
But that means that Gross is now up 2 games on Tweety. Tweety's kept it close, but he just hasn't been able to close it out. And he's normally so good at closing out matches.
Yeah, but it seems like it is Gross now. I mean, going back and forth. Last game it was Tweety with a huge lead. Now this game it's Gross with a huge life lead. In fact, he may be able to close it out here, and he does.
Black Adam, his damage was normalized, but it is still on the higher end of damage in this game. Nice side switch combo by Tweety. Now he could take this back in just 2 hits.
Which is very possible for it to happen. That grab does put him in 4-2-3 range, no, but that's the second time he's tried to use the dive bomb in the corner, and he's just ended up cornering himself.
Ooh, went for the throw, but a neutral jump on Wake Up.
Give up or get hurt.
I won't be your vassal.
He will not be his vassal.
Refuses. Oh, nice. Actually could have got a little bit more of a conversion had he not done the breath, but oh, this is going to be huge damage. Not quite enough, I don't think.
No, it's not going to kill, but it's going to put him within range. 79 HP. Gross so close to eliminating Tweety. He still has a chance. He's going to take this life bar. It is not over yet. We have seen crazier comebacks.
And we've seen them from Tweety nonetheless. Oh, using his meter. That means he's not going to get quite as good of a conversion.
It's my turn to rule.
Didn't know we were taking turns.
The problem here is that Gross is going to have activation on trait, and there it is. Oh, that was huge!
Oh, but the dive kick will do it as Gross will be going.
Gross looks like he's going to be coming prepared with Aquaman to start.
Wow, and what a challenge right there. Aquaman, known as one of the best anti-airing characters in the entire game, and what does Nubcakes start the round out with? He jumps at him. And so we're beginning this Losers Finals match to see who makes it into E-League. Nubcakes against Gross, and already Nubcakes starting off strong. This is a very different matchup post-patch. The damage is just so much in Batman's favor, and not only that, I think Nubcakes has a lot of matchup experience in this matchup.
He does. Yeah, I mean, he had to deal with this nonsense of a matchup back in Injustice 1, and now in Injustice 2, it's definitely evened out more. And so he's very comfortable in this matchup.
Right, and even at EVO, he was one match away from making top 8 winners. It was against the winner, Dragon, using Aquaman, and he was one hit away from beating him in the 5th game. So he's definitely very comfortable in this matchup. Now, I don't remember the last time that I saw Gross choosing this as a counter pick.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Gross's Aquaman, I want to say. Unless he played it recently, which literally yesterday at Absolute Battle off stream or something. We didn't get to catch all of it.
But it's looking pretty even right here. Oh, punishes with the bat, or slide into the bat. Of course, you can get a full conversion off of the slide, have one bat available. Oh, and look at this patience. That's a punish, that's a full combo. Not gonna keep it unclashable, but Batman has the life, or the meter advantage.
Yeah.
Don't be so sure.
Which is exactly why that decision was made from Nubcakes. He's gonna get an extra 15% on top of what he already had. And this is looking quite grim as far as the first round goes for Gross.
And now we can see a lot more of a lane game being played by Batman, because now just projectile damage might be enough, even on trades. Oh, and that's the punish. Wow, is he reacting to the tentacle strike with a bat?
I think he is, and there it is. The first round goes.
Smart to check. Now, in Injustice 1, this was considered a very good matchup for Green Lantern, but things have changed. Both of these characters have changed quite a bit.
That is a cool helmet. That is a super cool helmet.
And a great color for Green Lantern. All right, gets the throw for the first hit, which will give that little bit of extra meter to Nubcakes. Now, again, we've seen this matchup before. We saw DJT versus Nubcakes at the regional finals, and this is how Nubcakes likes to play the match. He's very, very patient with it. He doesn't like getting clipped by all these moves, so he doesn't put himself in that sort of range. Oh, and again, the throw. Nubcakes is at like 100% success rate on throws today.
Yeah. It's so hard to also do like a zoning trade war with Batman simply because his hitbox moves back every time he throws one of those batarangs, which means that the projectile that you're throwing has to travel a little extra farther than his.
That's true, and its damage is nothing small either. All right,
what a beautiful maximum damage conversion there for Nubcakes as he gets another hit, and that is going to close out another life bar for the young man from LA.
And that was a beautiful whiff punish. He walked up to him on knockdown and then walked back and used the trait bat to whiff punish into a full combo. But now it's Gross's turn. Oh, maybe not. That's one of the reasons why Nubcakes chooses to zone so much of this matchup too, is look how much meter he's used to escape combos, to really just play defensively. He's never let Gross get into one of those mix-up situations. Although now he has no chance, or no choice. All right, what's the mix-up? And look at this, it's about even again, just sitting there waiting for the wake-up. Nice block by Gross. That looked like that might have been a cross-up, but it wasn't, and this is going to be a good amount of damage.
You're just a guy in a suit.
Who's winning?
I mean, he's not wrong.
He is not wrong, but it's not winning by a whole lot.
No, this is actually much better for Gross. This isn't as bad as it was earlier. In fact, he brought it back quite impressively so far, but he's still getting tagged by these little batarangs, and it's hurting him because he still hasn't taken a life bar, and finally there it is.
Now Nubcakes using that roll to at least get out of the corner again. That is so important. Even if you're about to lose, if you can get out of the corner, you grant yourself that screen positioning for your next entire life bar.
Yeah, it's a huge advantage to get yourself out of the corner. Again, we've talked about it before. Certain characters are more oppressive than others in the corner, but the moral is you just don't want to be in the corner, period, against any of them.
Absolutely. Ooh, nice pickup. But again, the third flip out that we've seen from Nubcakes this game.
This is a much more active Green Lantern than we saw from DJT in the regional finals, and it seems to be working much better as Nubcakes has to clash.
Pal. I'm keeping up.
Now he potentially could get back some life. He will. He's gonna I think just use that life lead to try to zone a little bit more, catches the dash in. This should be good damage. And now he's gonna either rush down or back up. It looks like he's gonna back up. Just try to guarantee himself. All he needs is a little bit more chip, and these bats will almost definitely give it to him. And he's got the bar. All he needs to do is meter burn
And
one.
there it is. Nubcakes up 2-1. That win, absolutely. But Nubcakes now is fighting to get back to that position in order to not only take the E-League spot, but to reset the Grand Finals, to have the chance to reset it and win the extra $1,500.
Right, and here we go.
But still, first, he's got to go through Gross. Gross is not out of it yet.
He's not, but Gross did lock himself into Aquaman for the entirety of the rest of this set. Definitely the character he feels most comfortable against Batman with.
I gotta say, his Lantern was not bad against Batman at all.
It was not. I think he did a little bit better with Lantern than he did with Aquaman that first game, but it's whatever you feel most comfortable with. You gotta stick that out, especially if you have to win 3 in a row, and right now, he's looking good. Oh, that could be a punish. No, back one was not within range.
Okay, back 1, 2, 3, does get the confirm into the Trident toss.
Oh, nice way to avoid the Trident. Could have maybe whip punished that back two with Trait Bat, but oh, he's gonna get a chance. No full combo, opening up Gross 2 times in a row.
Very nice, and so we were just talking about how much better he did with Green Lantern, but so far, Gross with Aquaman this game has done better overall. I mean, he actually has his own life lead for the first time, I believe, in the set.
It's true, but this is going to be a scary position. He's going to be in the corner against Batman with some of the best pressure in the entire game, not respecting those plus frames. Oh, and finally we see a throw tech against Nubcakes. Very nice by Gross.
He's 9 for 10 now, unfortunately. So close to being perfect.
And now he's 10 for 11.
Now he's 10 for 11. Here we go.
Well, you can feel every single hit of that Trident Rush in this
room.
Yeah,
oh yeah. Where's Mr. Aquaman when you need him?
Oh, we need him right now. And oh, stuffing the down 2 and back to 3 while Aquaman is traded to so much damage. Nubcakes is even it up, but look at Gross's meter. He's going to
yeah, he's going to have to spend it. That was
your ally. Then you know what's coming.
That was actually a great time to clash. Great presence of mind there from Gross. He's going to spend 1 bar, get 15% back. Oh, that was a little early.
I know, that was an interesting choice. I feel like that may have been a mistake in some way. I think maybe he was trying to do instant air money, because that was a very
instant
fast
air money.
Instant air money. Oh, this is so much damage.
And there it is, Gross.
Hard read, expecting somebody to neutral jump on his wake up. But here we go. Gross has a little bit of momentum, but Nubcakes looking like he's getting off to a good start. Gross had such a great start that last game that he really carried that all the way to the end. That's what Aquaman does, though. He's one of the best patient characters. He really just takes his little bit of damage everywhere that he can, and it's so hard to open him up. But nice meter burn forward 3, and of course, while his trade is on, he takes full damage from everything on block.
And that's the thing, right? Is Aquaman was normalized. You know, his damage was definitely toned down because he did a lot of damage before. But he still excels in all the same areas that he did before, the matchups that he was good at. Nothing really changed there.
Right, nothing too much.
Yeah.
And Nubcakes building some meter. That should kill on block, guaranteed. And Nubcakes taking the life bar. He just needs 1 more to win this match. Oh, good punish on the whip.
That was a very good punish.
Oh, Nubcakes is trying to bait those anti-airs. We've seen him do it before, but it doesn't always work out for him. Still, if he manages to get it, he gets so much damage.
Oh, tries to backdash the back 2 out of Gross, but he just got hit by the tip of the Trident.
All right, wow. Using the bat advantage to summon another bat. That is one of the best things about Batman's trade is that it charges while he has one out. In fact, he's got another one already.
And there it is. He uses it again as he has 1 bat out. He uses another one and cancels into a crab.
That's going to be a good amount of chip. Going to be unpunishable, but catches the backdash.
And the problem here is if he clashes, it's still Nubcakes with a meter advantage.
Oh, that was still a lot of damage for Nubcakes. The 4-3 did full damage. And one more hit could do it.
10 life. Gross's tournament life is at risk. And Nubcakes is going to... Check. We will have to see. No, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is your grand finals of the GameStop Hometown Heroes. Here we go.
Wow, down wanting him out of the instant air stop and getting the full conversion. What a way to start that off. And again, these jump ones are an adaptation that we saw from Nubcakes in that first set, but it might have been a little bit too late. Now he's got another chance to use them, and look at this lead.
Yeah, not a bad start here for Nubcakes at all. And wow, he caught right under it.
I have never seen that happen in my entire life.
Either.
That is the first time I've seen somebody dash through that interactable, but oh, lands the overhead. So many layers of mix-ups from Knicks. He is just ready to switch them up on a dime.
Look at that damage, 481, almost 500 damage, gets him in the corner. He's gonna burn the barn. Nubcakes potentially could roll out. He does, and actually, Knicks tried to bait it, but he didn't get it correctly.
Yeah, he 100% had the correct idea, but I think he was expecting him to backflip out, but he instead upflipped out, which kept him in the air a little bit longer and made Knicks dash underneath him. So, good read, but not quite the right one.
Right.
Wow, dashing under the interactables again. Nubcakes not letting any of those work against his favor. But now he's in, this corner is actually very, very dangerous because it's an infinite usage launching interactable. And
yeah,
Batman is the only one who can take advantage of that here. Oh, that looked like that may have been the fake cross-up. It looked like it was going to cross up, but did not. And Nubcakes taking full advantage of that 524 damage.
Yeah. Again, highest HP in the game is Darkside, but definitely the lowest defensive. Where did that laser go? Did you see that? Omega Beam was like, I must go, my people need me. It just went straight into space.
Oh, and checking with 4-2-3. That's the new check because the meter burn up battering isn't quite enough.
What a cancel!
If you won't kill me, you cannot win.
Don't be so sure.
But a second forward 3 right there would have guaranteed the kill. Still, it's just essentially chip damage. But the mix-ups from Knicks could do it. This is going to be scary. Keeping it unflashable.
Goes for the grab. Oh, this is so close for Knicks, but a slide will take it. Game 1.
We talk about this a lot, though. The player coming out of losers always comes off of a win. So they are always coming off of some sort of momentum.
Yeah, that's true.
So we oftentimes in grand finals see them carrying that momentum. Wow, jumped into the up laser.
Wow, what a meter burn roll through to avoid that ridiculous to blockable situation. Wow!
And getting the side switch combo, trying to go for the interactable setup, I think, but not quite able to pull it off still. Nubcakes evening it up, but man, Knicks just get so much damage off of every single situation.
And that was almost like a bat usage there for Emperor Knicks. He actually did down one into knee, which is unsafe, but then he covered himself with the Parademon, which is pretty much the same thing of what Batman does with his trained bats.
Exactly. It's just Batman tends to have him quite a bit more, but
just a little bit.
Oh, nice counter. Oh, perfect choice. That should be the guaranteed chip. Able to avoid both the Parademon and the meter burned laser. So on top of being able to close out that life bar, he used up all of Knicks' resources. Whoa, down one in a low laser though. Those down ones were working so well last set. Yeah, and now he's starting to remember. He's like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I was doing. I need to start doing it again. Oh, baits the throw. This should be a good amount of damage. Doesn't use any meter.
Oh, but actually puts himself in the corner now. Good push block to get rid of the pressure and the bats from Batman.
And look, Knicks already taking back this life lead into the throw, chaining mix-ups into mix-ups. He was looking a little bit down this set, but he's bringing it back. Oh, and that's going to catch.
He's definitely bringing it back. Parademon is out. It's going to be blocked. Nutcakes with a chance here. Plus frames. Still more plus frames. And look at the patience. Beautiful from Knicks.
Oh, good clash.
I'm ending this.
But you gotta, you
will suffer, fool.
You have to assume that Knicks is going to use that one bar to tie it up and not let Nutcakes get any damage back in life.
Extremely well, never using the same thing twice in a row, always keeping you guessing.
And he's using a character that many people wrote off as not being very good because of the fact that, you know, he couldn't play neutral, he didn't have the greatest options, he didn't have the safest options. But Knicks doesn't care.
He does not. He knows exactly how to space out everything, exactly the moments to go in, exactly the moments to take a risk, and he just wins out on so many of them.
Yeah, he does. Using the unblockable interactable there to get a little bit of extra damage after the knockdown. Nix is doing just fine. Nubcakes needs to find his rhythm and he needs to go in. That Parademon is about to be a factor. There it is, nice block. Beautiful dash under though.
Wow, look at that optimal combo into the restand. He's gonna get another mix-up. Went for the fake cross-up, but great block by Nix. That fake cross-up setup is a lot tougher to do on tall characters because it almost always hits
lands
in front,
yeah. And what a life lead for Nix.
Ooh, the down two. That's the first time he's pulled it out this set. I love it. Oh, not able to anti-air, but knocking Batman back to mid-screen.
Yeah, and that down two is even more impressive because Darkside's down two it's okay, but especially against Batman's jump two, definitely not the best option.
Oh, but here we go. We're starting to see some corner pressure. The issue is it's going to be so hard to lock Darkseid into the corner when he's got that teleport, but that's the best punish possible. He's going to throw him back in the corner. Will he spend the meter? He will.
He's going to kill. Here we go. Nubcake's still in it. 224 HP left.
But no meter, and he needs the meter to get in here. Oh, great
nice tech. Oh, and he delayed it. Nix 2-1.
They will be on Gorilla City. It's got not a lot of interactables, but a great background bounce. He just did it. Wow, on block, and it connected. That's going to be a knockdown into a setup. And again, Nubcakes seems to be swinging a lot after the back one overhead and just getting clipped.
Yeah, and that is a horrible start for Nubcakes.
Oh, but he's going to get a little bit. Oh, could have got a considerably higher damage combo off of that. But he's at least got the corner positioning, not for long, as we're going to see a teleport into a mix-up.
Nice punish. That's pretty much the only thing he could have actually punished with at that distance. Very smart from Nix.
Oh, and this is guaranteed chip.
Wow. Emperor Nix is one life bar away from taking this 3-1 the same way that he entered Grand Finals.
Oh, that could be a punish. No, not quite. Back to a little bit too slow. But this should be a good punish now. Oh, maximum damage into the hard knockdown, into the cross-up forward
that
three.
was so dirty. Still with the side switch. So very well played by Nubcakes.
Oh, and the throw back in the corner. Not quite enough to kill, but a little bit more chip. Oh, if he's going to get the chance.
Huge opportunity. He's living on just a pixel, and he's still alive.
All right, good usage of meter just to guarantee himself that chip, but Nix is really close to closing out this tournament. Oh, not punishing any of those backdashes yet, but every little hit is doing a lot, even on chip. Oh, wow, he was able to block in time.
This is so close. This is so absolutely close. Nix is just potentially one hit away from it, and there it is! Emperor Nix is your GameStop hometown hero!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time, but we have crowned a champion. Ed, you got the belt. Emperor Nix, here you go, sir. You are the GameStop hometown hero champion.